welcome back to Living Luxuriously for Less, where we celebrate, decorate, and enjoy everyday life for less. Well, in today's video, I want to share with you guys some details you should never leave out of your next wedding, baby shower, bridal shower, graduation party, or social event. So if you would like to know what these 7 things are, stay tuned. So detail number 1 is candlelight. Candlelight adds so much ambiance to any room or any table. It's relatively inexpensive to do, and when you just add like water into some of these Dollar Tree vases, you can also get floating candles from the Dollar Tree, and it just adds so much to your table or to your space. Detail number 2 is beautiful napkin rings or napkin folds. I just think this is so important when you are designing your table. I love the bling napkin rings from totallydazzled.com. You guys know that, but I think it's, equally important to have a beautiful napkin if you don't have a napkin ring. Now, a win-win is when you are able to incorporate both your napkin ring and your napkin fold in the same design. So if you're interested in getting some bling from totallydazzled.com, right now they do have a sale going on. So I will link them down in the description box below so that you guys can check them out. The next detail that you definitely want to include is beautiful stationery. Stationery just adds so much to your event, from the invitation all the way through to the actual table menu. Having beautiful stationery sets the tone for your event, and I just think it's such a nice inexpensive detail to add to each table setting. I personally like to get a lot of my stationery from Etsy.com. I do have some favorites that I would be willing to share with you guys if you would like to know kind of who I use to do my custom stationery. But I just think it adds so much to the table and it keeps the guests in the know. The next detail that you don't want to miss is the centerpiece. Creating stunning centerpieces that are visually, appealing is a must, but you also want to make sure that your centerpiece allows room for conversation. So they need to be low or extremely high where the guests are able to communicate with each other without interruption around the table. Now we are on to detail number 5, which is the sweet station. I just think there is something about the dessert table or the sweet station that really anchors the room. It could be your focal point of the event, or it can be kind of an accentuating aspect of the event. But I love to include them. There are so many creative ways to do them now with tables or columns or old furniture. The possibilities are limitless. So just use your creativity and let it flow. But just make sure that however you decide to display your sweets or your cake, to just display them beautifully. There are so many amazing resources that are out there now for building your dessert table. So, just shop outside of your norm. I love, looking at Home Goods and TJ Maxx and Ross, at Marshalls. That is where I got the majority of the items for my sweet stations, and I've just kind of built on them. I love the brand Opulent Treasures. So if you guys check them out, I think you will find a lot of the items that you've seen me use here on my channel. However you choose to display them, just make sure you do it beautifully. Next up is something that I just have to have at events nowadays, and it's not balloons, although I am loving all of the balloon walls and all the creative balloon garlands these days. But the one thing that I think every event needs is a backdrop. So I'm going to take you guys through a very quick and simple tutorial on how to create a backdrop step by step, and I will also link the video in here to show you guys exactly how to do it. So for this simple backdrop, all you will need is 2 bases, 2 uprights, and 1 crossbar. And if you guys don't want to invest in the heavy duty ones right now, you can definitely get some lighter weight ones from Amazon. I also have a link to eFavorMart, but keep in mind these are not as heavy as, they are not as sturdy as these, the ones that I'm showing to you guys here. So this is your crossbar. What I showed you previously is the upright, and the crossbar is just going to hook into the side of the upright pole, and that's essentially all you have to do for this one. It is super duper easy, but I just want to show you guys how easy it is. Now they have what they call castle tops, and it makes building triple and quadruple and double backdrops so much more easier. I'd also recommend you guys invest in this step ladder. I did get this one on Amazon, and I will link it down below. I do like it because I actually fell on my back at one event stepping up in a chair. So I highly recommend you guys investing in a really good step ladder. It is so worth it. I ended up down for several weeks because I fell backwards off of a chair. So don't do what I did. All right, so once you get the bases in place, you want to make sure that you add your uprights, and then I'm just going to turn it around because I want to make the base kind of flush to the wall, but it just depends. If you're trying to cover a wall and create a 3D effect, you can do it the other way. And then you can also unscrew the uprights from the bases and the pin at the bottom to move it to whatever direction you want to move it in. The next thing you're going to do is you're just going to run this backdrop through the crossbar just like you would if you're putting a curtain up in your house. It is really that simple. Now, I love this backdrop from eFavorMart.com. I have this exact backdrop linked down below. Just look at my party planning toolkit. You'll see everything that I'm showing you guys here. I love it because it's very easy, very elegant, and I get a lot of use of this. I use this backdrop more than almost all of my backdrops. So the next thing I like to do is I actually like to extend my pole to get the right dimension, and I forgot to do that, so that's why I'm having to take the backdrop fabric off. But you just press that little button and it allows you to adjust your pole as needed, and so that's what I forgot to do. And then I like to lay it at the base because I'm short, remember, so I like to lay it at the base to make sure that I have that length perfect so that I don't have to struggle when it's time to hang the backdrop. So that's essentially all you do here. You'll see me do some other little things to kind of cover the backdrop poles, and I just use zip ties from Dollar Tree to do that. But I know you guys are probably tired of me mumbling, so I'll let you guys listen to some great music and watch me work.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how, rewind.
final detail that you don't want to leave out of your design is specialty seating. Now, that can be in the form of throne chairs, as you see here. I have the silver armless throne chairs. And there are also like other specialty chairs that are out, like these O-back chairs. And I just think they're really making a huge impact in the wedding industry. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed the 7 details that you don't want to leave out of your next event. If you guys would like to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you will not miss out on another upload. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, it's Melanie with Living Luxuriously for Less. Cheers!